to the pew.
Welcome to the pew.
And as you see,
I'm
Michael
just
is
reading
all...
it. I was just glancing through the paper.
It's not enough for him to talk about himself on the pew. Now he wants to read about himself on the pew.
I just happened to be reading the paper just now while we were filming the pew. And what did I come across?
I don't know.
Freed Alig goes clubbing. What the heck's going on here?
Back on the club scene.
Yes, we were shocked to find this on page 6 the other day.
Yes,
Well, somebody tweeted it.
we waited till after Michael's curfew was over, and then we went to Pacha for Scotto's Maskarave.
Yes, and
little did we know it would be swarming with paparazzi.
Little did we know. And we were probably the only people who had just woken up and gotten showered and
I was
Right.
I was up for like 3 days on
Right.
the tour. Yeah.
right. So
So there's a picture that you'll see on screen of Michael sitting
see it
with
right now while
a
we're
couple
talking.
of friends and wearing his Halloween costume.
Which I
Try to guess
They
who
said
he
it's
was
an
supposed to
Elvis
be.
wig, was it?
It was not. It was
Because
not.
I thought you were being Michael. What's his name?
George
Michael.
No, it's actually Max Headroom or
No.
Link Larkin.
You were being
Link
Link
Larkin.
Larkin
Oh,
from
from
Hairspray.
Hairspray.
Remember
Right.
the dance
Oh,
show
okay.
host that everybody thought was so cute?
It could have been a good Elvis
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
yeah.
hmm
So I want
But
to
it was such a surprise because I saw you come in and I walked right by you and I didn't recognize you at all. And they were like, "Oh my God, here!" I'm like, "Oh my goodness."
So how did you feel that
Yeah.
Michael chose your party to be his first return?
Well,
to
I mean,
Clubland?
honestly, it was an honor.
Oh.
Of course, you trashed my 22-year-old trademark. No, I'm just kidding.
Your trademark.
Now, whenever people
that-
search
is that-
Maskarave, it's
is
going to
that
say
your new-
Club Kid Murderer, Michael Alig.
Oh, I thought when you said 22-year-old, I thought you were talking about your boyfriend.
No, they're usually older now.
You mean nobody's ever
Older.
died at a masquerade?
No,
Oh.
no one ever did, thank God.
Who's this 14-year-old that you were arguing with James?
Oh well, no. James told me he left me out of the Party Monster writing because he had a 14-year-old boyfriend that he brought to NASA one night.
Yeah,
and then,
yeah.
And then something about him making out. He came
Yeah.
around the corner and saw me making out with him.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I didn't. The boy was jumping all over me. I was just like, oh, okay, sure. You want to kiss?
Don't
me?
use that defense in court. It won't work.
It won't.
No.
Why? Because he was 16.
You just said
You said he was 14.
and you just said he was 16 after I said the word court.
All right, think about that during this commercial. Bye.
And now a word from our sponsor.
What's in, what's out, what it's all about. I know what the kids are like. What's good, what's bad.
Welcome back to the pew.
That's the pew.
So I wanted to ask Scotto about NASA because NASA is a very legendary party from the early 90s, and I'm sure people all over the country were familiar with it. And what kind of feedback do you get, or have you gotten over the years about
It's
it?
amazing. It's amazing. I mean, well, we had a movie that was sort of loosely based around it called Kids. A lot of the kids from NASA were in the movie, and Harmony Korine was the writer, and Chloe Sevigny was one of my door girls, and of course she starred in the movie, and so that helped solidify, kind of like in a Rocky Horror Picture kind of way, in a similar way, but different than Party Monster. And so those are interesting dynamics that help solidify that legend. But the primary focus was, of course, the music and the forward thinking that we had with. When I started it, everyone thought I was crazy. Like, oh, you're opening an all-ages, non-alcoholic dance club.
It doesn't sound like a big moneymaker.
No, it wasn't. It would never do. We grossed $500,000 in that year, but it was all just spent, like making it happen. And then we got to do these 2 U.S. tours. It really planted seeds in all these secondary markets, like Oklahoma City.
I heard you planted seeds in a lot of secondary markets. You're known for planting seeds.
See, I set you up for that. Great.
Planting seeds.
But
in markets.
we have
Especially the younger markets.
We would find people to do street promotions for us and hand out flyers, and we'll talk about that in the next episode about how that's different now in promoting events in today as in the old days. We had to come up with great ideas. But one of my flyer distributors is now one of the biggest house music producers in the world, Junior Sanchez. And he works with Swedish House Mafia and all these remixes.
legend.
He does, yeah. And,
Legendary legend.
remixes Katy Perry and blah, blah, blah. And so, and now in 2000, 14 have a clothing line. So we're taking NASA flyers and turning them into
Oh, that's a
streetwear.
good idea.
With, so then you can get stuff on V-Files, which is a huge brand. Miley Cyrus almost wore her my NASA dress on the wrecking ball.
Almost wore your dress.
Well, she was on the wrecking ball.
She had it in her hand.
No, she
and
was wearing
was
it.
Gonna
but
put it on.
It was
and then
it was bunching up a little too much.
bunching up too much.
And
Too much bunch.
We didn't want a muff moment.